Hello all! We are having a Swanson's Fabric Stash House haul video because y'all seem to really like those. And I'm probably going to talk about how my family and household is preparing for the current economic situation. So if you want tips and tricks on disabled house husbanding, stick around. And if you just want to watch me be excited over various bits and bobs that I got from Swanson's, stick around. I'm setting up and preparing for the market season, which is why there is so much stuff behind me. I hope you enjoy.
My name is Took. I'm a disabled genderqueer weaver who's had life take odd turns, but who knows that even tattered and worn yarn still has value, and that tired joints and health flares don't have to stop the journey. I weave exclusively with secondhand fibers, aided with adaptive warping, HR and OSHA cats, and a wonderful found family. Welcome to Hawksong Weaving, where all our paths are a little bit warped.
So, like all discounted fabric and fiber stores, I went to get some things, and I came out with a significant amount of other things. And this is also me unpacking things and getting things organized so that I can use them better. So we will not start with something I went in to get, we will start with something I got, which is a bin. Free bin. Sturdy bin. Heavy-duty plastic. Yellowing. Old. Not going to die on me. Not cheaply made. Yay. So, I've got a nice Rubbermaid bin, and this one was free. They have a pile of stuff outside that I double-checked, and I was like, hey, I'm going to, you told me to take stuff. I am autistic. I am taking you at your word that you mean what you say when you say please take stuff. They were like, yes, please take stuff. So I've got a bin that I'm now going to... My studio is very cramped right now because I'm preparing for the art market season. Moving the water bottle, moving these, don't ask me how much I spent on these good shears, and popping that there. Is there room? There's just enough room. Yay. And I've got what I went in for, which honestly is also a little bit of stuff that I didn't go in for, but it was there and I needed it for a while, so yeah. My bags are strapless currently, because it's a pain in the butt to cut and sew and iron straps myself. And pre-made straps purchased in bulk are super expensive, or at least more expensive than I'm willing to put forward, and also not in line with what my entire thing, which is thrifted and secondhand fibers. I don't like buying things new. Some things I do buy new, like snap buttons and toggles and D-rings and things like that I'm not going to reliably be able to find at the thrift store or have donated to me. But things that I'd really prefer to be making my own straps. And at this point, bags are a large enough part of my inventory that in order to sell them properly, I'm going to need to make straps. So ribbon comes into play. I got a large amount of base ribbon. I was very, very pleased with... get over here. Stop that. Desist. Get over here. Get over here. Of course, it's at the bottom. I got a very large amount of, pre-cut muslin. And this is going to be the base for quite a lot of my straps. And then I will add on ribbon and of course, the swivel lobster claw, hardware as needed. So we've got the base for quite a few of these, and then adding on, another base, and then adding on ribbon as desired. So I'm popping all of this into this container because why make more work for myself when I can just one of this is just really neat, skulls for a goth, one of the darker toned bags for a goth witchy bag. Heck yes. And also the odd lengths of ribbon will not go to waste. I've been wanting to experiment with putting little strips of ribbon on bags as well, so really looking forward to that. I'm so incredibly excited about all of this. I don't know what this is supposed to be. I mean, I know what the fabric is, but I'm not sure what the pattern is supposed to be. So if you can let me know, is it volleyballs? It might be volleyballs. I don't know. But we've got just all sorts of really, really neat stuff. And yeah, And then this for like the more rustic bags. This is all like woven jute. Like this would be awful texture against your skin. So I'm probably gonna do like a backing for it, because if I'm not willing, because like I've got sensory processing issues, and if I have sensory processing issues and I'm not willing to have something against my skin, I'm not gonna do that for someone else. Yeah, just like they're just neat, just little bits of ribbon, bits and bobs. Yeah, just getting things going. I've got more lobster swivel clasps coming in the mail, because gotta get the bait, gotta get the stuff. But yeah, just I'm hoping that the football will be used ironically, but someone will probably enjoy it. And then like this for like a sewing style bag, like having like it's not an. I'll have to get my measuring and figure out if this is actually accurate. If it's not, then that makes it even funnier. I've got more, just like some nice fun polka dots. Like this would be just phenomenal. Then we got some like zinnias. I think they're probably like zinnias and spirals. And then just because they weren't there and I'm running low, if you want to mail me buttons, the mailing address is down below. If you want to mail me buttons, got some funky stuff, and I love my community so freaking much. Some body jewelry. We've got some body jewelry in here. My thumb is covering it. Oh, and it dropped. All right. Oh well. But yeah, that's body jewelry in there, along with the various bits of bobs of buttons. So interesting. I'll have to pick the buttons up. I did not realize the bag was not sealed. Oh well. Penelope, do not eat these. Please don't eat these. But got some beads, some body jewelry, and then these funky like discs, which I think would go really well. I've got some yarn that's like it's made out of upcycled denim, that was part of a donation recently. I'm forgetting who donated that. Someone donated that. But this on like a upcycled denim yarn bag would be delightful. Sort of has the feel of like the old jeans. And then like just some minor sparkly buttons. And everything that I'm currently showing you, including some sparkly ribbon, that'll also go on various bits and bobs. And I have been needing a small amount of scrap leather for a very long time. And so I'm very, very excited about finding these, because I have a pair of slippers, pair of sheepskin slippers that were handmade by the person who is effectively my grandma, but gets called aunt, but is actually my cousin twice removed. She's Grandma Roll. And her partner, who has unfortunately passed away, last I knew, there was plans for her asking if she could do a Viking funeral. I don't know if that actually happened. But like he was, oh, it's all over me. Okay, oh well. But he handmade me a pair of sheepskin slippers. He was a leather worker, and these are so important to me. Like I'm like to the point that I don't trust someone else to mend them as they would need to be. And I've worn them so much that I've worn holes in the soles. So I need to replace the soles. So I'm very glad that I got that leather. I will be making a video about that at some point. But everything that was in that pink plastic bag was $22, thereabouts, which I'm thrilled about. And it's just, Swanson's is such a vital resource for the fiber and sewing community in this area. Got leather bits in my mouth. Oh well. It's like my adult spicy days are behind me. I no longer bite down on leather. That was probably a little too much information. Sort of related though, in case you are younger, and you're in the spicy adult, community, know that older Dom does not think you are mature for your age. Older women just realize he's a creep. And just because you are over 18 does not mean you cannot be groomed. I speak from experience. Don't engage with that, please. But yeah, I'm really excited about the amount of ribbon. I'm gonna pop this box lid, this tub lid on, and pop this underneath my desk. My studio is a mess right now, and I'm going to be tidying it this weekend because the amount of mess is starting to affect my mental health, because I don't do well with overstimulation in my enclosure. I go into my enclosure to avoid overstimulation. I don't like it. Hiss. Uh, Rambling day. Um, but I don't think I'm going to end up getting to talking about various things that I'm doing as a disabled house husband right now. But that will be for another video, because I'm high on the adrenaline of good yarn haul as well. I've got 3 bags right next to me. So I'm like, no, I'm not going to engage with that today. Because I get to set boundaries with myself or my mental health. I've also had an entire iced coffee, in case you couldn't tell. But I'm so incredibly excited. Part of the, like, hey, there's stuff outside. Like, how much is that, like, per bag or something? And they were like, please take it, it's free. And I was like, are you sure? And like, because I will take it. And they were like, please take it, it's free. So I have about 3 bags, 3 Aldi bags, 2 of the small ones, 1 big one, full of tiny balls of yarn. And I'm so incredibly excited about this because most of this is wool, which means that I'm going to be able to make my my hand woven, hand felted stuff like this. Wool, absolutely delightful. Some of the balls are quite small. Insert D's nuts joke here, but like all of this is so incredibly useful. You can, so like this particular strand, one second, pull it up, I will likely combine with, where's another one? Here we go. So if I have 2, so I have 2 small balls, of wool. Why have a ballroom with no balls? You have to make that joke. It's, legally mandatory. So I will grab my like heavy ceramic bowl, and I'll pop these balls in, watch them roll around. This video is gonna get demonetized. Please don't let this video get demonetized. But like 2 thin strands, 2 thin gauges, you like wrap together. For this one, I'd probably do another thin strand. Let me see if I can find one real quick. Or ooh, so here we go. Perfect. Like these 3 together would be phenomenal. And then you get something incredibly unique and hand-woven, or if you're doing this for knitting or crochet, like I really love combining this very small bits and bobs because you just get something so incredibly unique and so incredibly beautiful and like and tariff-free, honestly. Like that's part of the appeal. Like I think a lot of other fiber artists are going to start doing things like this because yarn is just going to get more and more expensive, because most of it is not made in the US, and the stuff that is made in the US is like nice wools. Those are already pricey, but like the parts and the machine parts for the like the spinning machines in these like American run factories, they're made across the ocean. They're made elsewhere, and those are going to get expensive, and then that cost is going to trickle down, and just like all this jazz. I'm not saying anything anyone or doesn't already know. I have seen some very, very good, like, TikTok content about, Canadians being like, okay, but we don't want to affect the American citizens, but we do want to hit the wallets, and the American citizens are just like, we'll be okay. If you hit the politicians' wallets, that'll trickle down the effect, hopefully. But yeah, just, yeah, I'm just, but like, I'm really looking forward to working with all of these and like balling all of these various bits and bobs. There's another site, just like that also combined. And then I also just got some good basic acrylic in rainbow colors. Like thanks to some donations that I've gotten recently, I'm not starving for like large chunks of acrylic. So like the I have something readily available. Not that I really have access to that I don't want to stand up for. But like a full skein of acrylic can be great for a warp, and then just continually filling in the bits and pieces with that's actually wool, it's not acrylic, so bits and pieces with like the odd ends of for the weft is just it's great. It gets you an entirely unique product. And it's got like especially now that I'm working with so many like patch makers, like screen printing and like printing patch makers, because I'm working with Eberzine and I'm also working with Art from Rainy Days for a lot of my upcoming products. Like to the point that Eberzine is just like, okay, here, use as many patches as you want on various bags, and then I price it at my usual, and then I add additional price for the price of the patches, and then like everyone gets a share. There's another bag right in here. Everyone gets a share. Art from Rainy Days. I don't have any of their patches currently here, but like they're phenomenal. They're also the artist who designed the stickers. Um, Eberzine took really high quality photos of my hand woven goods, and then Art from Rainy Days put that like designed that into some more stickers that are coming out. Yarn Brats. There's going to be a sausage because y'all are weird and you really like my content. Weird positive, but also what the heck. Um, so Yarn Brats, Yarn Brats Summer sticker is going to be coming out. The Inclusive Pride flag is already out. The Pink Pony Yarn Club sticker is already out. One of the things that I'm going to be doing today is getting an order over to Paradise Copies, which is one of the local copy shops in Northampton. And they are really decently affordable and local and great. So I'm so excited. I'm going to send an order over to them for purchasing stickers because the stickers that I currently have available in my YouTube shop are printed by Teespring, so they can be available for the folks around the world. But if you are in the U.S., please purchase the stickers directly from my shop because that way the artists and we all get a bigger cut because we're going to be able to like actually not like just be spending the fees on Teespring, which is pricey, and they take a bigger cut, but it's worth it to get some stuff to folks who are outside of the U.S. Because I have a lot of folks in Canada and the UK and Australia keeps popping up too. Okay, hi. Again, this YouTube thing wasn't supposed to actually work. It keeps doing so, and that's kind of bizarre. Uh, but yeah, this was the haul. I've got so much just like really, really cool yarn. I'll probably do just like a couple of the like, brain fart. I make this content. I should know what it's called. The parallel resting videos. I'll probably do a couple parallel resting videos of me just balling up the various bits and bobs of yarn, and making those like larger composite balls. Because like if you have small balls and you put them together, you get one large ball. There's gonna be so many jokes. The thing that a lot of people who have ace friends quickly come to understand is that so much of our humor is incredibly dirty. That's what she said jokes, D's nuts jokes, complex, like, spicy adult jokes. Because it's hilarious. It's objectively funny, and it's funnier when you're ace, because we're not doing any of the weird adult sticky stuff, or at least we're not doing it, like, a lot. Because there is such a thing as hypersexuality while being asexual, because hypersexuality can be a trauma response. Yeah, there's lore that I allude to that I'm just not ever going to get into on this channel, because to do so would immediately get me demonetized. And probably trigger a lot of people. Hello, Penelope. Can I help you? Yes. Salutations. I know, I'm excited and I'm talking and I had coffee and you're not happy about my heart rate. But yeah, just like, this was, like, it was an entire bin just full of these small bits and bobs of yarn. I got so much stuff all over me. Okay. Oh, you want the leather. You want me to stop talking and calm down my heart rate, but you also want the leather. So that's, yeah, okay, that's why. I also have the window open, so she's like, outside smells! Because it's finally spring. The skunk cabbages are here. Oh, thank goodness. But yeah, this was a really good haul. I got some folks who I'm gonna have to go back up because one of the people who runs the shop was very much of the like, okay, no, please bring us your advertisement and your rates for this loom. Because I purchased a Clement floor loom for $500 last summer, and I don't have the space, I don't have the capacity to use it right now, and I want it to be being used. And also, that's potentially like generational income. That's a generational generational income resource. So I'm hoping to like rent it out to local folks, because I got that loom for $500. He paid $500 for it in the 70s, and based on inflation, it's worth 5,000 plus. So people aren't going to have that sort of startup money. The fact that I got it at that cheap was a fluke, and it's part of why I ate rice and beans for several months afterwards, because it was a once in a lifetime opportunity. But if you know of any weavers in Western Massachusetts, I am willing to dismantle it, drive it, you like transport it, and then set it up in someone else's house, as long as I can help getting the pieces in. Like, I'm willing to set it up, and I'd like and rent it at a like, and I'm willing to negotiate for renting for rental fees and stuff like that. And I also potentially have 4 Leclerc floor looms coming my way at some point, possibly. This has been said a couple times, but I keep poking and nothing keeps happening. So, so like wanting to get practice on renting these very expensive, very high quality machines out. Because if I've got that resource, I might as well be making some money off of it, rather than it's currently. That is not yours, baby girl. Shoot, jeez. But yeah, this is yarn haul. I'm not showing like all of the yarn, but like there's just, because like it's all in bits and bobs, and like but it's just so freaking neat. Like, look at that. That's just nifty. I'm so excited. There's so much like really cool little bits and bobs of yarn in here. But I have nattered at you long enough, and I do need to pick. And the horse you rode in on. Yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. Sorry about the amount of nattering and the less amount of yarn showing, but, you know, there we go. I'm going to go calm down my heart rate a little bit because, you know, tachycardia, and I had some coffee. But, yeah, I hope everyone has a great weekend, and I will see you next time.